And I used to say, like, probably for the first 2 years, like, no, I'm not a dancer. I'm a mover.
Oh.
And then I tried to, as soon as I started noticing, I would like point my toes. I'm like, okay, now I'm a dancer. But I think it's really just perception. But I still think of myself as a mover. But I'm also a conscious dancer now, which just means I'm aware of not just my body and space, but also my emotional, what's going on, and I'm not always aware of it, but I try to bring myself to awareness of my impact on other people and also their impact on me, both emotionally, physically, spiritually, but what's going on in my head. It's probably selfish. I want more dance in my life, and there's a piece of I see the massive impact it's had on me, and so I'm not out there pushing it on everyone. But whoever it catches their eye, like, oh, that looks interesting. I'm like, all right, let's talk, because I think so often there's like, oh, that's interesting, and it's not for me.
Yeah.
And so I like challenging that belief. Like, what was that just jumped in and said, no, it's not for me? Because it's like, well, maybe that she's for you. And what kind of support do you need in order to actually explore it? Yeah, maybe it isn't for you, but let's actually try it before giving up on it by yourself. I've been studying Gestalt psychotherapy for 4 years, and I see the overlap. So how we show up on the dance floor often reflects how we show up in life, in like so many different respects. So do we always take the lead, or are we always following? Or often, it's relational. So maybe with men, I'm always leading, or maybe with men, I'm always following. Really interesting. So fast and easy to see on the dance floor that then gives me clues as to how I'm showing up just in my work life, on the street. But it's like, how much do I listen? How much do I like to talk? So many metrics, and you can explore it on the dance floor. A big thing is like how I am with hellos and goodbyes. The ends of relationships, the beginnings of relationships, or just a simple saying hello to someone on the street. And like, do I linger? Is it awkward for me to say goodbye? It's just a really rich way to explore. I get such joy out of it. So there is the physical touch, and I love being in physical play. I didn't have that like as a kid, and I think I craved it, where I wanted, although you would have asked me as a kid, I wanted, to wrestle with a brother, but I didn't want to be hurt. I didn't like being hurt. And to me, there was like physical play always represented getting hurt, and that rarely happens in the ecstatic dance and the contact improv. And when it does, it's small stuff, but it's like we stay with each other and we check each other out and we support each other and then get back in the game. So I was comfortable with clubbing. I knew I could do clubbing. I don't know that I was comfortable with it. And then I found myself in this room and I was witnessing this couple. I think it was Tanya Williams and Joshua Lyons, and I was just blown away. Like hearing you describe that was like brought me back to my first moment of witnessing this couple that were just so attuned. But the stage manager and me said like, "Wow, that's an incredible performance. What show was that from?" And the friend who brought me was like, "No, they're just improvising." Like,
wow.
No. Like, not only is that not improvising, but they've been running that show for months, and they would have had like a 3-week rehearsal run, not just 2 weeks. And she's like, "No, it's Contact Improv." Never heard of it. And Suzanne Liska was standing near us and was like, "No, this is Contact Improv, and anyone can do it." And I'm like, "No, you don't understand. Like, I don't have rhythm. I mess up my left and right, and so great that you say that anyone can do it." She's like, "No, literally, everyone does, and it's like a dance for the people who think they can't dance." And that's gonna be my brand. Is so you think you can't dance. I honestly believe,
as opposed to you think you can dance.
Everyone. It's what we think is dance. Like, I think we think dance looks a certain way, it's polished and it's performative. And for me, the dance, we also talk in psychotherapy of like a dance, or in a relationship, it's a dance. And what does that mean? It's we're attuned, we're listening to each other, and we're responding, and it goes both ways. And it's just fun.